If In Remembrance is anything like its predecessor number off the Fire and Ashes EP from XANDRIA, Unembraced, I think we're going to be in for a rewarding listen. Though, XANDRIA, as I've noted before, has quite a versatility of expression. Some pieces that are much softer on face and others that dip deliberate foot into the aggressive, just like Unembraced did. Mixed tones of direction, but one that I find quite enamoring of a release, and one that definitely has the traits that are familiarized with XANDRIA's capabilities, notably of a symphonic metal presence with, I would say, some power metal influence on riff structures, deliberate footing there with heavy metal extremes, and I would also say a pop metal chic, pop rock perhaps, interwoven naturally in, with, of course, beautiful intermixing vocally with Diana von Giersbergen, quickly becoming a favorite of mine in the operatic metal extreme, of a spinto-soprano range, and I believe of Dutch origin, I'm pretty sure. There's a couple artists from the Netherlands I quite like, but, Diana is really impressing me in terms of her capability. Again, this is in the midst of a deep dive we're taking to two different credits, both a XANDRIA history journey of perusing through different past eras, and getting to our next chapters, in fact, of cruising through Diana von Giersbergen's career, in a much broader spotlight than XANDRIA, but one that I knew was a must in terms of the XANDRIA history lesson, having dug back to a selection of works via Neverworld's End, coming from a present-day familiarity of what approached me to a XANDRIA familiarity in the beginning via Ambra Vuverhees, and I'm somebody that's liked, by the way, every entry we've humored together. Of course, music is best enjoyed collaboratively, into XANDRIA, I wouldn't have it any other way. But with the footing we've taken into each era, whether it be from, again, the vocal leadership of Manuela Carlero, Diana von Giersbergen, Ambra Vuverhees, though there is plenty of differentiation in terms of different XANDRIA fans you might talk to as to who likes what in particular focus, I am somebody that finds a footing naturally within each, but Diana is quickly charming me into, I would say, a definite superiority position of XANDRIA's tenure. I'm really impressed of her, and the band capabilities with the instrumental scoring. Again, Unembraced, I'm coming off of that, and Voyage of the Fallen in terms of our initiation journey into this EP. Both equally strong, but Unembraced, again, I'm somebody that prefers aggressive metal. That really set a liking of me on immediate face. I cannot wait to dig into In Remembrance, and I don't know which direction this is going to go. Again, XANDRIA could appeal to a number of different directions. Ballad, harsh, we're going to see. Maybe it'll follow right in line with Unembraced, or maybe not. Either way, I'm sure it'll be a capable number, as we're going to explore together. Again, however we approach, I welcome all, longtime fans or developing listeners like me, or fresh initiates. If you have not welcomed the graces of XANDRIA, I for 100% recommend to you in advance of entertaining In Remembrance, go through Voyage of the Fallen and Unembraced so you sit in lockstep with us. And maybe past the XANDRIA offerings as well. I've really liked what I've heard, whether it be our journeys through any era of XANDRIA, but coming off of, let's say, Sacrificium and Full very recently, I am madly in love with what I'm hearing now. Again, fresh presentations as we're all taking together, maybe. But definitive achievements of our library, however you look at least in my determination, though again, music is a subjective art. I hope you like XANDRIA, or you come to a liking of them as much as I do. That maybe some roots are being pitched for discoveries that you've never known about, to any artist credit, by the way. Any piece, any talent I've loved in our journeys together. Music, again, is best enjoyed in a company of respect. XANDRIA, no exception at all, of German-based power or symphonic metal prowess, and I use that prowess word intentionally if you've heard their scores. I'm really impressed, but the versatility on voice and individuality based on Unembraced, I'm still coming off of that? Wow. In Remembrance, let's see where this goes together. I have no clue, but I'm ready and waiting. Hang on a second. All right. There. Okay, we're really taking things down now. Or this is an entry that will develop into a twist. We've had plenty of examples of that, let's say off Sacrificium. We think it's a ballad number, but then, no, it's not. So far, though, it's giving the appearance that it is.
My child, my fleeting hour has come. There's no mercy for me, no power.
I love how in this EP, it's really stressing the versatility and the height of Diana's scales. And paired to a ballad extreme, it's a great fit. She really can integrate well with anything. Wow.
I'm left
The symphonic dominance interweaving itself into Diana's presence is really nice. Again, a good amplification on energy so far. She is so capable, isn't she? What a tragic narrative, again, with such enamoring emotion. Immediate draw. Familiarized amplification. I told you, a twist incoming. But with development in advance, it takes its time. It's nice. The chorus ranges vocally really stand out. Whenever she has that reach, I believe, on the... I think it's on Swore. Man. A lot of drama interwoven with that voice. Even mixing the vibrato into the symphonic instrumental is quite nice. It registers as an instrument immediately. What a piercing score. Wow. Good closure. Whether you like or detest opera. And again, I understand that there's definitively a mixture of extremes in response. I know this better than most. I have tried to test Diana's appeal with people I know, and it's a hard ask. Though I've fallen madly in love. I know she's seen it with considerable glamour among the XANDRIA fan base for sure. You have to respect, again, even if opera's not your thing, the level of execution and precision on her voice, that reach, and how the chorus allows her to transcend vocally. It's heralded by that key change. It feels mandated on direction, but even then, her voice just, it soars, my gosh. You know, I'm still venturing into the world of opera, but again, metal integration, that's what brought me into such a love of it. Just hearing the natural balance of one of XANDRIA's scores blended with that operatic extreme, and that's been true since the beginning, again, when I first entered the graces of XANDRIA via present day, with Amba. But to examine other vocalists in the history of XANDRIA's career, Manuela, equal regard. Diana, though, really just drives with her voice. It is such a power of amplification. It's just impressive to me. Respectable delivery, right? You might not like opera, but you gotta respect precision when you hear it. And certainly for a symphonic immersion, single-handedly carries that effect. The intermixing on key, by the way, in development of, I believe, the bridge section, yes, and of a transformation, I think, on the last chorus, just in between that, blending her voice in as a sort of pseudo-instrumental appearance, really nice choice. Though not, maybe to the extent that the choir would normally appear, but it's distinctively her. I love the way the number tracks. And again, it's such a departure on tone from Unembraced, for sure, right? We begin on such a soft note after a real headbanger of a piece. And this one executes more of a piano appearance. It's soft. It's quite sweet. Somber lyrics, by the way. Beautifully told story. Emotional. My child, let your kisses console my heart. Revive me with your smile. All is gone now. Now all is lost. Hear me plead for one last goodbye. Such melancholy expression, but again, told with this emotional sentimentality that just instantly registers for you. A very palatable release, in my opinion. Managed well on scoring. The amplification and the builds, too, on growth of the instrumental and symphonic forcefulness. Good choices in development of this. It tracks evenly, but again, allows Diana's voice to be fleshed out so well. In experience, with this EP specifically, there really has been a dominance on her vocal capabilities, but at that softer presence, Diana can do any extreme in metal, but she really shines here. Ooh, I loved it. In Remembrance, a drastic tonal departure from our predecessor number, but equally welcome, I think. I'd love to hear your thoughts down below, of course, because music is very much a subjective art in terms of our consultations. What do you think of In Remembrance? I find it to be quite a beautiful piece, but again, that's just my take. And how do you approach? Long-time fan or fresh impression with XANDRIA? Do you find that this tune qualifies for yourself to be in remembrance? I'd say so. Again, different extreme to Unembraced. But again, a versatility with XANDRIA's expression. Precisely delivered. Equally welcome, in my opinion. Thank you so much for watching this video. Before you bounce, feel free to drop a like and comment, subscribe to this channel with a ding on the bell, and share this video with your friends. And consider checking out the description here. There you'll find links to my other channels, as well as addresses to my other social media accounts and ways you can help support my work if you feel so inclined. May God bless you, and looking forward to when our paths cross again.